Hi, I'm Alex Mitchell. I'm gonna tell you my story of NYLT and how it's helped me so much. So, my story started out with I didn't want to go to NYLT. My mom kind of dragged me to it. She said, "Hey, you'll have fun. You're gonna love this." So I went, and the first couple hours was kind of boring. I'm like, okay, well, how's this gonna work out for the rest of the week? And as the week progressed, I learned so much, and I made some good friends that I'm never gonna forget. And I'm just I just started loving it. I started loving all this leadership. I really had a deep passion for it that I found that week. And course ended, I I got some of the information from some of my friends that I met on staff, and I came back and I wanted to be on staff. I just completely wanted it. And I talked to the SPL of that course, which was Cole Gabriel, and I talked to him, and he thought that I would be a good addition, even though I was pretty young. I was only 13 when I tried out for staff. And I came to my first development with my first time I had to talk to the other guys.
How far you went from here? You were 4 hours in a car.
Yeah, I used to live in Tampa. It was a couple hour drive, 3 or 4 hour drive to get up here and spend a day and a half, 2 days, and I'd have to go back down to Tampa for another 4 hour drive. So I was taking nice long road trips every month with my mom, so that was fun. But I remember the first time I went up to speak in front of everyone, I lasted 5 minutes. I was supposed to go for 45 minutes. I went up there, talked for about 5, and I broke down crying. I just thought, I messed up. There's no way I'm going to be on staff. And all the other staff kind of went, no, dude, you can do this. They really worked hard to make sure I got through the first presentation. I went through the first presentation, and after that, it just got better. All the other staff was really supportive and making sure that I got what I needed before they even started thinking about their own presentation. The first year I was a quartermaster, and even then I still felt like I got so much out of the course because I felt like I was not that mature. I was kind of just around, and I played video games mostly. But after I came to NYLT, it changed my life. I love teaching leadership, and this is just the thing I want to do for the next couple of years. I want to teach as many people as possible how to be good leaders, how to be great leaders. So I staffed that first year of NYLT being a quartermaster, and I went, this is amazing. I have to come back. So I met up the next year. The staff was happy to see me back. They were so amazed that I come back, even though I was making these 3-4 hour drives from Tampa once a month. And I was still a quartermaster because I liked being behind the scenes. It was kind of fun for me. And I went through that course again, even more amazing. I had so much more leadership in myself. I knew so much more, and it was so awesome just because I got to teach the new staffers how to be a staff, how to get all these things done, and they kind of looked up to me, and I've never had that happen to me, and it was just amazing to be able to teach all these guys. And then right after the second course, I moved to Seattle, Washington, and it was kind of sad for me because I really did not want to move. I wanted to stay in Florida. I wanted to continue with this NYLT. I wanted to progress with my own leadership. But truthfully, Seattle probably helped me more because I got different views. I went to the first week I lived in Seattle, I was already staffing another NYLT.
You went to NYLT there?
Yes, I was at the I went to the NYLT in Seattle, Washington. I learned more, but I learned so much more because there's just different views. I felt like I learned 100% here, and then once I went to that course, I felt like I had another completely 100% that I learned. And after that course, everyone there loved me. They thought that, hey, this guy's amazing. We need to invite him back on staff.
And you are going next year?
I'm going next year. I'm staffing 2 NYLT weeks there as well to try to teach more leadership and more.
And then people. You went also to NYLT Leadership Academy?
Yes. So
tell us.
NYLT Leadership Academy is kind of like NYLT, but for staffers that want to be, or people who want to be staff, or people who want to be better staff than they are. And I went because my mom told me about it, and it was the same as NYLT. I'm like, I really don't want to go to this. It's not something that really interests me. But I went to it, and I learned so much more than just normal NYLT ever taught me. They taught me so much more presentation skills and leadership skills that I never knew about. And I heard about these great speakers and all these other friends that I met, and just in my heart, this was another 100% onto my leadership scale, and I just had this like roaring. So I committed to the winter, this NYLT winter course before I knew I was going to move. And after course, I went to my mom and I went, hey, so can I still come back to winter course? She's like, I don't know. We're going to be in Seattle. We're going to be trying to adjust. I don't know if we all have enough money. So that conversation went on for a couple months, and eventually I went, how about you send me down there and you send me to go hang out with my grandparents for a couple days? And that's what won her over. And I just loved that I could come down here for another week just to teach NYLT, because I would have given anything to just come down here and be able to teach these participants.
And now this is your third day, and you have a presentation today in front of everybody, and you are managing a patrol. How do you feel now?
I feel amazing. That's the first time I've been a troop guide, or this is the first time I've been a troop guide teaching everyone basic skills of how to be a leader. And doing that troop presentation, I was so nervous. I was starting to break down right before it, and I'm like, I don't think I can do this. And my SPL, Rachel and Cole, they got me up there like, you can do this. And they got me up there, and I just started talking. And afterwards, so many people loved it. That was a really good presentation. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. And I've just never felt like that before, because I've given a true presentation before, but never with that much support behind me.
Cool. It was amazing, by the way. We saw you, and I think it was amazing.